Is it hard to understand? We're in Bible Academy. You're invited.
Shalom, shalom, everyone. How is everybody doing out there today? It's Elder Rawchaa Tuesday night on G.O.C.C. Media, and we're getting ready to bring wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Tonight we will be talking about, is God a genie? Because a lot of Christians think, a lot of people think that God just gives you all your wishes. You know what I mean? And we're going to talk about it today so we can edify people and help them better to understand their God and how he actually operates, how we was made in his image. Okay? So we're going to talk about that today because I know people, they just, innocently may not know. Okay? They can confidently say things out of their mouth without wisdom, and that's good zeal, but do they actually know? And guess what? This learning of our God never stops. We continue to learn and evolve and try to understand him. But the Bible makes it very clear for those in the past in history when it comes to the prophets and the teachers, Christ, how he actually operates, what he expects, what he wants, what he requires. Okay, so tonight we're going to give wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, and we're going to talk about it. Shalom to everybody out there, all the beautiful, beautiful brothers and sisters. Yes, indeed. Congratulations to my brother Quadam once again. You understand, all praises be to the Most High and his lovely wife, Deborah. Congratulations. And I thank my elder for coming down, showing support. You understand? So we really appreciate that. And I pray safe travels for everybody who came out to support as well. All right. So, yes, today we're going to have a beautiful, beautiful lesson. And I want to play this little song here before we start. Okay. Just a little brotherhood song. I'm talking about number 2. And the reason I like it is because it's showing the young brother with his father. You know what I mean? It's showing the young brother with his father. I remember when I was young, man, I was making music on the old school tape recorder. I had made me a little group. It was already in my mind to be like a record label owner at 12, 13 years old. So I had me a little tape recorder, and I done figured out how to make music on that thing. And then eventually I got me a mobile studio. And eventually in high school, I started me a record label. Okay. And I already had deals on the table in 12th grade. You know what I mean? So yeah. We're going to, we want to show the youth, you know what I mean? And Officer DeBach is a true man. He's not just a, anybody, to be honest, I wouldn't be showing it if he didn't put in that work, show forth works. For me, it's not all about the talent. Just only the talent, just to play someone's song or something, because there's so many people that's beautiful. It's so many people that's talented, but I look for the works. I look for the fervent, diligent humility, the works. Don't forget the Most High resist the proud, but he gives grace to the humble. Resisting the proud, resisting the arrogant, because the greater you are, the more humble you shall be. Okay, so it's not about if you make 1,000 songs, I'm going to play your song. I want to see your works in the body. I want to see you. Are you picking up chairs? Are you feeding the homeless? Are you being kind to brothers and sisters? Or do you just want somebody to listen to your CD? Because you can keep that CD if you're not doing the works of the Most High. So we're going to be talking more about that tonight. You know what I'm saying? So let's just play this track real quick. You know what I mean? Let's play this track real quick for these brothers. Let's see here. It's just good to see, father and son, he keeping his son out of trouble. You know what I mean? And now, young man, don't you let this go to your head now. You go hear this from your elder. If you let this go to your head, your dad's going to have to go upside your head. Right? So I would never play your track on my show again if you don't do what you're supposed to do. So we gonna keep it real just like that. So Stay under your daddy, listen to your daddy, and do what you supposed to do. You know what I'm talking about? All right, let's get it.
No, I'm talking about.
Yep. We on the slab with a one up top.
So this song, just so you guys know, is about, it's just like Houston culture, and it's involving truth music. And, you know, for those who don't know, slab means slow, loud, and banging. And also the slab is also the concrete slab. You know what I mean? So if you see, you know, these type of cars with the elbows and Vogues, it's just a Houston style. But it's like getting people in the truth from each culture. Each culture is different and have evolved when it comes to the Most High's people coming over here to this new land. You got groups like UGK, but it's a play of words, as you see, G.O.C.C. You know what I mean? You got, you know, Houston is known for screwed up music, but now we called it brewed up in Houston instead of screwed up in Houston. So it's just so much wordplay with it. You know what I mean? So that's what it is, all right?
Hey. No, I'm talking about.
Yep. We on the slab with a one up top.
No, I'm talking about we on the slab, but I want up top. His name my highest son, Yeshua, reign non-stop. No, I'm talking about my power is the greatest, man. Victorious and undefeated, ain't he never changed. No, I'm talking about we on the slab, but I want up top. His name my highest son, Yeshua, reign non-stop. No, I'm talking about my power is the greatest, man. Victorious and undefeated, ain't he never changed.
It's that 84s and Vogues flow, swing and bang on demons. Keep Christ in the whip every time I flip. Gotta bring it, no ceiling with the Most High like that drop top on candy. Loving the Lord, the one up top, and the ops, they can't stand it. OGC slab ride, sliding up par. Original God's child on straight narrow boulevard. Don't boy that sucker Satan, keep the clip script up. Y'all should put us up on game when that simp tempt us. Dripped up and draped in righteousness, minus cheating. Put that belt in these devils like on that trunk beat. No defeat, long as I stay in the shadow of the highest. That's that slab, no, I'm talking about making us the flyest. Deny us to the Father, us with faith in Christ. And I ain't really started living until I lost my life. Came out that water shining bright with a bird's eye view. Salute the higher out the roof for the gift of the truth.
No, I'm talking about we on the slab, but I want up top. His name my highest son, Yeshua, reign non-stop. No, I'm talking about my power is the greatest, man. Victorious and undefeated, ain't he never changed. No, I'm talking about we on the slab, but I want up top. His name my highest son, Yeshua, reign non-stop. No, I'm talking about my power is the greatest, man. Victorious and undefeated, ain't he never changed.
Tripped up, brewed out, know what I'm talking about. True cut, we built different, them roots, yeah, we juiced out. Two tucks, just in case a demon watch, they getting dropped. Coming hot, I need some space, how them elbows be poking out. Tipping 144, Judah gorilla arms on swole. That spirit be on that glow, praising our higher who in control. Down south, we ride slow. Them haters think we slow, till we pounce back on that grip to the kingdom, cruise control. Yeah, been riding slabs since my youth, flipping screens as a teen at the light, playing PS2. Pop my truck and show Christ for I shoot ya. I learned not to lose my life for a loser. Ain't no fabrication, look us up, evaluators. We been giving Satan here way before the consummation. Only so long you can't pretend to be a friend. Every snake that slither gotta shed his skin. Now I'm talking about.
No, I'm talking about we on the slab, but I want up top. His name my highest son, Yeshua, reign non-stop. No, I'm talking about my power is the greatest, man. Victorious and undefeated, ain't he never changed. No, I'm talking about we on the slab, but I want up top. His name my highest son, Yeshua, reign non-stop. No, I'm talking about my power is the greatest, man. Victorious and undefeated, ain't he never changed.
Got the fridges swinging like a Cadillac on some 84s. Blue ribbon sitting hugging on them like some French Vogues. But that's what we remember law, can't forget those. Israelite got nicks, so we got chose. Say we the sons of God, the same place we got sold. Working on my own salvation, that thing that got swole. They in traffic on that broad path, riding mad. We in the narrow path, in the line, call it riding.
When I'm sliding down the board, they see me praising my God. Truth music bang in the back, my spirit slab go hard. And I knew that this staying true to this love mug on me. Got that Bible up on the desk, case it go down in the scene. Just know I'm blessed, but I best triple A on my chest. Rip a higher, nothing no mind, won't settle for nothing less. Slapping with the ones from the start, 3-wheel motion. Most high, Holy Spirit, Christ, we third coasting. No, I'm talking
No, I'm
about.
talking about we on the slab, but I want up top. His name my highest son, Yeshua, reign non-stop. No, I'm talking about my power is the greatest, man. Victorious and undefeated, ain't he never changed. No, I'm talking about we on the slab, but I want up top. His name my highest son, Yeshua reign non-stop. Nah, I'm talking about my power is the greatest, man. Victorious and undefeated, ain't he never changed. Nah, I'm talking about never changed since the beginning. His power remains the same, it ain't nothing different. Been the realest, my righteous click. We demon clipping, keep my word as my blicky. Spiritual clip ain't never empty. Nah, I'm talking about scripture spraying, never missing. Head hitting demons, the highest power, can't fool with it. Yasha my OG plug, the righteous edition. We holy living, spirit fishing, yeah, that's the mission. Squashing sin for good, no more law breaking. Transgression the spot, for sure my spirit shaking. Living real till I make it, baking. I suck to Satan, thinking you could roll up on me, then you deeply mistaken. Nation of Jake, yeah, the father's true with saints. My light glistening heavy, looking like candy paint. Riding with the biggest, name Yasha the main man. Swinging to the kingdom, I'm banging low on them gold lanes. Now I'm talking about we on the slab, but the one up top. His name my highest son, Yeshua reign non-stop. Now I'm talking about my power is the greatest, man. Victorious and undefeated, ain't he never changed. Now I'm talking about we on the slab, but the one up top. His name my highest son, Yeshua.
All right. I just wanted to show that real quick. If y'all want to check that out, you can go to the page. All right. You know what I'm saying? That is by the young brother Given and his father Debak. All right. Also, man, those young brothers you've seen, listen, they be creating their own music. Tazabai sons, Debak's son. These guys are young producers, young writers, no different than I was at a young age. So it's a lot of talent, man. I'm talking about they can go there on that mic too. So, you know, the greatest part about it is they learning from their fathers and the uncles and the elders, you know what I mean? So that's what this thing is all about, man, being a great, good example and a light in Christ, right? So next I'm going to take you straight to historytimes.org before we go into our lesson, just so I can make my announcements before we go into our lesson. Shalom, everybody who's coming in. Make sure you hit the like button as you come in. I could not announce our Hebrew and Bible Academy on historytimes.org. That's the website there. All right. This is our academy that is taught on Sundays. Just so you know, we teach Tuesday, Wednesday. On our main channel is on Wednesday, Egg Gathering 144. Today we're on G.O.C.C. Media. Okay, then Thursday we come back on G.O.C.C. Media with Deacon Hazak out there in New York. We come back on Friday, right? On our main channel again, Egg Gathering 144 with Elder Rawchaa. Sometime he will shift over to Patreon, so you want to get your membership if you want to see things that he shows on Patreon. Then later that night, we come back with Elder Rawchaa, who may come on G.O.C.C. Media, head over to Rumble. Then back on Saturday, we just continuing to do the work. Okay, you got to teach the Sabbath lesson. That's going to be right back on Egg Gathering 144. Then on Sunday, we bring it right here, like Elder Dale has inside of the chat, historytimes.org. Go there, click on the link for more information if you're new to our church, or if you have never taken the academy. You understand this news has to come out for you, so you understand. Those who are consistent academy supporters, we really appreciate it, because it helps us to do this work. And that part is showing that you have faith. You're bringing your brick. You put your works where your faith is. Okay, you put your money where your mouth is for your kingdom, knowing that we can only do this alone. We can only do this with the body of Christ, is what I'm saying, right? We cannot depend on the world. All right. So the themes and the lessons that we teach in this academy are different than the lessons we teach throughout the week. Okay, it is what I said, an academy, a school, a study school, a historical school. We go deep into all of the historical knowledge. We go into the ancient Hebrew, so you can try to learn the ancient Hebrew. Nothing wrong with learning the modern day Yiddish Hebrew, but it's not the ancient Hebrew that our people spoke. Okay. Also, you're going to get world news, covering world news, keeping you up to date of what's going on, because it's delivered in a different manner on the historytimes.org Hebrew and Bible Academy. The price is only $50 a month. They have not changed that price, and it's for 3 months. Okay, $50 every month for 3 months. This academy's theme was uncovering the past, Bible's history and chronology. Here are some of the lessons: the fall and rise of Israel, the lost books of the Bible, a historical background of the Gospels, the secrets of the times, from Noah, Moses to Christ. Okay, very powerful lessons. These lessons are not just titles. These lessons go in powerful, powerful depth. Okay, so you want to make sure you come with your pen and your pad, your notebook, whatever the case may be. You do get free PDF booklets, okay? So I just wanted to put it out there. If you're working on Sundays, don't worry about it because it is recorded for you, okay? So it's from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Standard Time, Eastern Standard Time, all right? So I just wanted to put that out there really quick. historytimes.org. So I want to go in today because I think some people still are learning this part, you know, as they go. And no one ever stops learning it on different levels. Finding out what's the will of the Most High for each person. Obviously, is the will of the Most High for us to be with a body of Christ, under leaders, under teachers, but we all live our own individual lives outside of coming to the body, and we want to accomplish, we want to do certain things. So today will just be a guide through scripture to show you how that is done. Get familiar with your God, all right? The first scripture we'll be going to today, is God a genie, or is it about the work of our hands? So let's clarify and edify that today. Deuteronomy 18:18 today is what we will be going into first, all right? If you want to know what I'm drinking, Lion's Homestead. We got colloidal gold. We have colloidal copper in here. And we have a little bit of watermelon juice that's blended, I think they told me. You know what I mean? For the beautiful electrolytes. It's so beautiful, isn't it? I might need some more. It's so lovely. Anyway, if you don't know how important it is for copper, you might want to look at my last lessons on copper. I will be doing a lesson soon on all of the colloidals and what they do for your body. Super nice information, okay? All right. So we're going to Deuteronomy 8:18, all right? And I want you to notice as we read to keep in your mind, the Most High gives the power. Man still has to get the wealth. The Most High is not handing out prosperity without effort. Keep that in mind as we go forth in this lesson, okay? Deuteronomy 8:18, let me get that for you. Let me get that. I'll tell you where we're going after that. There we go. But thou shalt remember the Lord thy God, for it is he that giveth power to get wealth. Some people are confused when they're reading the scriptures. They're thinking that he just gives something and it just falls out the sky. So that's what we want to edify today. Does God, like a manager at a job, chunk in bonuses and throws us things sometimes and gives us extra bonuses and things because we're working hard on top of what we already work for with our hands? Of course. You know what I mean? And every situation is also different for the purpose and will of the Most High. We're just going to edify because people do not have confidence. And if you don't have confidence in this, you can stay stagnant in your walk. You can stay stagnant in your finances. You can stay stagnant in your success. You can stay stagnant in your faith. You can wonder why are other people doing it and getting things and I'm not. You have to understand this information, and the scriptures are going to give it to you. So once again, but thou shalt remember the Lord thy God. We're at Deuteronomy 8:18. But thou shalt remember the Lord thy God, for it is he that giveth thee power to get wealth, that he may establish his covenant, which he sware unto thy fathers as it is his day. So we first start off, does the Most High want to give us wealth? Of course. Even before getting into the kingdom. It's nothing wrong with having money. The issue is having money for people who are selfish and stingy, who are not going to do the will of the Most High God, who are not going to be like the children of Abraham, who when he was planting vineyards, he left extra on the street, you know, on the close to the road and the edges of his land for the poor. He took in the poor sometimes because he had more than enough. He gave alms. He was a very charitable man. He didn't just let his riches waste away. All right. So, and verse 19, and it shall be if thou do at all forget the Lord thy God, and walk after other gods and serve them and worship them, I testify against you this day that ye shall surely perish, as the nations which the Lord destroyed before your face, so shall you perish. What is he saying? As the nations that he destroyed before your face. A lot of you have not lived overseas to see there is so much death that goes on overseas. I mean, the Most High, I mean, it'd be earthquakes. It'd be all type of, like, have you ever looked in Saudi Arabia when they're praying and all that? And it's all type of events. It's a bunch of bulls that are run through, a bunch of rats that are run through, the crane fell. Guys, it's so much destruction that happens overseas, and it just be thousands upon thousands of people that'll die. And you just be like, yo, it's like the Most High just be taking out the nations for worshiping these gods quickly. And he's saying basically the way we're living now, where there's so much murder, violence, destruction, we're actually going out no different than the nations overseas. You guys don't really see it over here. Overseas, guys, I used to see there's like taxi vans, right? Every week I would see people dead in the car. At least 5 people. It was just a normal thing. Every week, because I was a teacher, every week, because they were trying to drive 100 miles plus per hour. That's how they make their money, getting from one place to the next. Every week I would see families just dead in the car. Multiple times. It just became a normal thing. You can drive down the street in Egypt and there's people just gushing with blood out their head. When you crossing the street in their country, they try to hit you with the car because the pedestrian don't have the right of way. And like I said, in Arabia and all these other places, guys, thousands upon thousands of people be dying. I'm telling you the truth. All right. So he's saying, first off, he wants our hands to be blessed, but if we don't listen to him, he lets us go. He gives us to the nations. Now, obviously, this is overall of what happened to us, but on a minute level, he's not going to do anything for us if we don't listen. We don't want people to get caught into or get confused with the manifestation doctrines that they use in the Masonic. I would say a lot of these Masonic get-rich-quick books, a lot of the wisdom that's coming from them is regurgitated from Sirach in the Apocrypha, from Proverbs. Okay? Yeah. And you know, my wife was finding out one of these books that a black man had actually gave one of the white men some of the knowledge, but come to find out down the line that he was a whole Mason. So when it comes to these manifestation things, they know how the world works and how faith works, because what you say, what you think is what you will become, but they won't tell you that they're dealing with the dark side when it comes to it. So they'll give you the surface stuff, but it will eventually lead you into the dark side. And they will talk about God and all that. Once again, they will eventually lead you to the dark side. Okay? They tell you how to think positive instead of negative. These are all true things, because don't forget what operates in your body. Water. Water is what the Most High used. It's a spirit to create the earth. So if it's water in your body, most of it's in your brain where your spirit is. What you think is what you will become. What you say is what you will become. That water resides in you. Your sweat is coming out and all that. Let me tell you, your microbes in your body, they are living. They can communicate. One plant tells the microbes and the bacteria in the ground what it needs, and they bring it to them like little angels. So how you think is what you'll become, but there's still rules on this. There's still spiritual equations that the Most High have created in scriptures on this. There's no need to listen to some philosophy. This is very simple. And we have to hone in on it, and we have to keep away negativity out of our life. Drama. You can't think when you're working too much labor. You can't think when you don't have no peace, when you always have somebody around, when people are always taking from you, when you're always giving too much. You can never, if you grow fruits on your tree, you give all the fruits away because you say, I will give my last. Where are your seeds to replant more of the trees for you? All of these things will keep you from having things. And this is something we all learn. This lesson, I will even learn from this lesson as we go forth, even more. We never stop learning these things. People who you trust, people will let you down a lot. So then you're learning how to deal with people. Some people have layers. Some scammers have layers. There's layers to scamming. They will let you see a few people get paid. And because you're seeing a few people get paid, you thinking it's all good, but then you don't want to lose your money. You see some people investing some money in something, and you see some little money coming out, so you invest big, and then you lose your money because they were betting on you seeing that. It's levels to this. So let's continue. All right. I'm telling you, let me tell you, and I am not one who's afraid to invest in myself. I have been investing in self for a long time financially. I told you guys I used to actually run a radio show I used to run an internet radio show. Okay, and I was investing in bringing out celebrities. I was investing a long time ago, but a lot of times you have to say, you know what? If this investment is not fruitful, I need to move on to the next thing. You get what I'm saying? So, the next scripture we're going to go to, Proverbs is 14 and 23. Working produces results. Talking about it does not. Let's go to it. Proverbs 14 and 23. Working produces results. Talking about it does not. I was out there all day working in that garden all day. I'm turning bronze right now. I'm turning red just like the clay. All right. Let's get it together here. Here we go. 14 and 23. In all labor, there is profit. If you're willing to work, it's how you look at it. If you go to work and you think it's nothing, when someone else is looking how you're thinking it's nothing, but they're looking at it like it's a blessing, they wish they had it, because one man's trash is another man's treasure. Don't forget, your life is what you make it from your choices and how you think. If you get counsel, if you study before you do things. Because in all labor, there's profit. If you plant a tree, you get fruit. If you plant vegetables, you can harvest them. If you make a baby, the baby can have a purpose of God, can come out and do great things in the world. If you get a wife, if you get a good wife, a holy wife, she can be a great helpmeet. If you get a good husband, it's great protection, security, love, but it's going to require work. So in all of these things that require labor, there is profit. There can be profit from it, but it depends on how you look at it, how you go into it. Okay? In all labor, there is profit, but the talk of the lips tended only to penury. And you see, I don't know why. I have no clue why I was the type of person that I never liked to just talk about things. I don't know why. I don't know how I became this person or became this way. I don't know if I was watching things or watching people and I just said, hey, this is the person who I want to be. This is a choice. A man is in his choices. I just wanted to be a man of my word. I wanted to become something. I seen my family probably not become anything. I didn't look down on them, but I'm like, I want to be that person, not to get attention, to be special, but I want to try to change that. Change the generational curse. A choice. I'm not about to talk. I'm going to do whatever I need to do until I get it done. If you don't believe in what you're selling, who's going to buy it? If you don't have faith in yourself, how can you take care of others? Huh? Let's read it again. We are in Proverbs 14:23. In all labor, there's profit. While they're working and moving, they're getting something. While they're putting their money on the exchange, like Christ told those people who he gave the talents, it's moving. But while you talking about, man, I got to get this done. One day I'm going to get it done. Oh, man, one day I'm going to do this. Nothing is coming from it. The market is moving. You're waiting too long, and then it hits, and you were just talking. It would have been better that you started small, putting small amounts in some type of investment, and you didn't totally lose out. Man, I want to do this one day. Man, I want to do this one day. Hey, what are you waiting on? Start practicing. Start reading. Start studying. Start going into the direction of where you need to go. Start talking to people who have done it already. Talk only tended to penury, to pennies, to poverty, to nothing. The crown of the wise is their riches, but the foolishness of fools is their folly. So the rich, and I'm not talking about all rich, but the rich to a certain degree understand how to use parts of wisdom, but they use it in greed. None of it has anything to do with the will of the Most High, but it has something to do with protecting their family and bringing legacy. That's like the level that they stay on, and then they want greed. But you can do the legacy thing and, do the will of the Most High. Because the scripture says, seek ye the kingdom, and everything else shall be added unto you. If you focus on things for the Most High, everything else will be added to you. Does that mean you don't try to make money, try to do things for finances? Of course not. That's called common sense. You don't just read the Bible and say, well, I'm just reading the Bible for the Most High. Something's going to come out of the... No, he still requires work. Everyone had a talent back then for us to be good at something. Just because he says seek the kingdom, what will benefit us in our community, our kingdom? Not just thinking about only self. Now, you got people who don't think about themselves and they give too much to others, and they're not selfish at all. You got to be selfish to a certain degree to think about yourself, to build something for your family if you're not here. You got to leave something for your sons and your daughters. Okay? So, our next scripture we're going to go to is Proverbs 10:4. Let's go to it. Shalom, Elder Dill. I appreciate you, sir. Been holding it down since day one. Yes, sir. You already know. Proverbs 10:4. Is God a genie? Is he a genie? Can we just ask and it's just going to fall off the sky and we get emotional when things don't go our way? He just forgot about me. Aren't we made in his image? He made man in his image. Man came down here and started to work. And then man, because he worked hard, God said it's not good for him to be alone. He going to need a little help. He need to help me. He's working all hard. He going to need a little loving at night. He going to need somebody to rub his back. He's going to need a companion so he don't go crazy. He's working so hard. And he needs someone to enjoy himself with, enjoy the fruits of his labor. You see what I'm saying? We're made in his image. The Most High worked and rested on the seventh day. He didn't just, the Most, you can get to the point to where after work, you can work smarter and not harder. It's still working hard. After you have worked hard, laboriously your whole life, you can decide, I want to work smarter and not harder after you gain experience so you can last. The mind is a powerful tool, a powerful thing. You don't have to kill yourself through everything. Now, some things that are laborious is good still because it keeps you in shape. It helps you to last long. Let's read. We are at Proverbs 10:4. He becometh poor that dealeth with a slack hand. So if I'm out here working with brothers, we going hard. We are going hard. We sweating. We going back and forth. We boom, 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 trying to unload a truck, whatever. I don't care. I'm just generalizing, whatever, making up something. And then I see somebody slacking. It's like, hold up, homeboy, you good? I just tell you, get out the way. Like, listen, brother, we got it. Don't even worry about it. And then the managers are gonna realize they don't even need you because you too lazy. You too lazy. You ain't trying to do nothing. And then what happens to that person? Usually they start to hate on you because really it's emotions. Because they're lazy, they can't do it, they out of breath, whatever the case may be. But it's all good. Even if the person's not disrespectful and saying, hey, you slowing us down, we got it, don't worry about it. That doesn't mean that person's trying to be mean or rude to you. This is how men roll. Don't worry about it, man. I got it. I'd rather be flowing than not going. Okay? Straight up. He becoming poor that dealing with a slack hand. You know they have like a little meme out there where it was a Hispanic guy. Brothers was unloading boxes from the truck. He act like he was working just to pass through the day. They would be taking the box out and he just put his hand under, but he's not really carrying it. He was doing that the whole day. This is what the Most High is saying. We can't be like this half-ass type of people. See what I'm saying? A double-minded man or woman is unstable in all their ways. You don't know which direction you want to go. You got so many ideas. You don't want to try to master one of them and flow with one of them. You see what I'm saying? And you know, I'm like I said in the work song, I'm known for working. I am known it. I'm not saying I'm not bragging about it. I'm known for doing that. I need to work. I love to work. This is what listen. When I'm not working, my mama know when she call me, if I don't pick up, I am working. My brother know if he call me, I am working. I ain't chilling. I ain't playing a video game. I am working. Now, when I'm done at night, I like to watch my little series or whatever I'm going to do, and I'm chilling. But trust me, I'm like a bulldozer the whole day. Whatever's in my way, I'm bulldozing it. That's just what it's going to be. The Most High put the instruction in my head for the day. I make sure I do something according to the Most High's will in that day on top of what I have to do. All right? So, he that becometh poor dealeth with a slack hand, but the hand of the diligent maketh rich. You see, the rich have so much faith. I'm not talking about just in money. A rich man can have time and not as much money as a wealthy man, but still be considered wealthy in the world because he has time. He chose to not run the rat race. He said, hey, my house is not the biggest, my car is not the best, but guess what I got? I got time. I got me a little garden. I got me a lawnmower. I can cut my grass. My car is paid off, or I can afford the car I'm driving. Whatever the case may be, he can afford. He's not living paycheck to paycheck because he made a sacrifice to not live beyond his means, him or her. Okay, and so they have time to save money, time to invest for the future. They can grow their own food, so they don't necessarily need to go to the grocery store for every little thing. This is also rich. Okay? They have peace. They have happiness. All right? And they're diligent what they do. They some people work for themselves more harder than if they were working for a company now, because it's the appreciation they have to the Most High. Well, everyone else is looking for a handout or looking when the Most High is going to drop a blessing out the sky. The Most High is waiting on you, and he's going to meet you halfway. He wants to see what you're going to do with the ideas. He already put the instruction in your head, baby. If you write music, you know how it is. Poetry. You ever laid down at night and then it can't get out of your head? You need to get up and write it down before you forget it. And then you don't record the song. You know how they go. We've all done it. Then the Most High will give it to someone else. And then you're like, oh, I was thinking about that song. You're telling them that because you feel bad about what the Most High gave you. And you can't let it turn you into a hater. And say, I was thinking of it first because you didn't exercise on it. So we got to stop doing that. You have to let them know you was thinking about that too. You should have exercised it. All right. So with Proverbs 10:4, he becometh poor that dealeth with a slack hand, but the hand of the diligent maketh rich. So don't hate on the hand of the diligent. I mean, you can watch all the YouTube videos you want of the things that do, all the DIYs. But when will you do it yourself? Bars. You can watch all the DIYs you want, but when will you do it yourself? Huh? When will you be diligent? Okay? So when the diligent is doing it, they done now. Now they got to go to the next project. You still ain't done it yet. You still talking about what you have to do and what you got to do to get there. And then when you tell the wrong people or you put it out there in the atmosphere, the demons hear it. So now they want to get in front of it. They want to jump in people and stop you. Right? So a lot of what we ask the Most High, we're not getting, and I'm going to tell you why at the end. Our faith and our works. We're at Proverbs 10:5. He that gathereth in the summer is a wise son, but he that sleepeth in the harvest is a son that causeth shame. Laziness, the Most High see, you can't just ask for something for the Most High just because you read the Bible. I'm sorry, I can't read what you're saying in the chat right now. You're just gonna have to call in or something. My mind is focused on the lesson. I can, you can just tell me about it later. Right? Blessings are upon the head of the just. If you being a father or a mother, if your children don't listen to you, will you give to them? If you give to them, it's a shame. It's a shame. That's called spoiling them. That's how we got in the position we are today. The Most High had to stop giving to us because he was given to us. And guess what? We went to other gods. We went to idols. We went to other nations. Even though he gave to us. So he had to realize, hey, I can't spoil the children of Israel. So now I have to give them over to other nations. If your child don't listen in your house and they disrespect you and you're giving to them, no. So if you are not doing what you're supposed to do, if you're not working hard, why would a manager give you a raise? Why would a manager hire you? Why would they, you know what I mean? Why would a parent do this? Why would our God give us something and we are not doing what we are supposed to do? We are not diligent. We think just because we're the children of Israel, we deserve. Don't you forget what our forefathers did? We have to prove ourselves to this God that we are not going to be like our forefathers. Why does a bank give you, why does a bank not give you a business loan without a business plan? That's how our God is. He wants to see you pop it off, and then he will top it off. He want to see you make the dessert, and he gonna put the cherry on top. If he make the whole dessert for you, you will never learn to give to your sons and your daughters. You will never teach them. They will never inherit skills. We will be a spoiled, weak nation like we are now. We don't know how to do anything no more. We're learning these things back. Our God is not a genie. He blesses the hands of us who want to work. That's why Christ said, those that put the plow down is not fit for the kingdom of heaven. You got a lazy mindset. You need another man to take care of you. You don't want to work so another man can give you what you deserve. You get emotional if somebody's just not giving out. But what are you doing to get what you deserve? And then those who are even better, if they get a little bit, they can turn water into wine. You give some people a little bit, and they do a whole lot with it. I'm one of them. Anything I do, you give me a little bit, it's going to make it. That's why the devil would be afraid for a man like me to have resources. He's afraid for a man like me to have resources, because guess what? What I'm going to do is not going to be just about me, because money don't make me. So even being broke can't break me. You see what I'm saying? It's about doing the will of the Most High. We're not promised to live tomorrow. Huh? Our time is on borrowed. Got to keep your head up and not live in sorrow. Right? Let's continue. We are Proverbs 10:6. Blessings are upon the head of the just, but violence covereth the mouth of the wicked, because he becomes a hater. He becomes a hater. He becomes violent. He lives by the sword, trying to kill and hurt the people that's doing good because they follow the Most High, and it comes back on them. Violence covereth the mouth of the wicked. Thank you for your donations, guys. The memory of the just is blessed. So even regardless, you took them out, they still got a good memory in the earth. Well, people going to remember you as a damn hater. But the name of the wicked shall rot. Because you had to become a robber, a scammer. And that's what we have to teach our sons. Don't listen to these rap songs that's talking about robbing and stealing and killing like we did when we were small. Because it creates little clone Tyrones. This Young Miami song creates little harlots out here. I saw little children dancing to it. I saw our people are twerking on robots. And they making the robots dance too and do all type of promiscuity. You know, and for our people to be able to take the abomination of desolation, the robots, the AI, that is going to be transitioned to the mark of the beast. The name of the wicked shall rot. They just want to get fed by the government. And I'm not talking about the innocent who don't know about this. Some people know better, but don't want to do better. The wise in heart will receive commandments. They will listen to wisdom. But the prating fool shall fall. Right? Let's go to verse 11. Proverbs 10:11. The mouth of a righteous man is well of life. Positivity, righteousness, believing in what he can do through his actions. Verse 12. But violence covereth the mouth of the wicked. They're always talking about who they're going to hurt. Man, I feel like killing me a nigga, man. Because you're on that ecstasy. You're on them pills. You're on that fentanyl. You on that crack cocaine. You want all of these demon gateway drugs. Right? But violence covered the mouth of the wicked. Verse 12, hatred stirred up strife. All right. So we're going to go to the next scripture I want to get here. Proverbs 12:24. Is God a genie? He's not a genie. He's one who rewards those who deserve it. He doesn't just pop nothing out the sky, even though we're crying, just going through it. No. There's situations that God will bless people when they're in tough spots. It is. He knows those people that he needs to bless. He fills those voids. But if he only fills voids of that nature, even when people are not in that situation, we will become a spoiled people. We will not create hard workers. We will not create businesses. We will not be over our own communities. We will not create leaders. What is that? 12 and what that's at? 12 and 24. Okay. 12 and 24. The hand of the diligent shall bear rule. The person who works so hard will bear the rule. They will become the manager. They will sit in the top seat. They worked hard. While someone else thinks because they read the Bible and know the scriptures that they deserve something just because they read the Bible. No, that doesn't mean you're a bad person either. But you can't knock the person who's putting in the time and the work for something and say that they shouldn't deserve something. Oh, man, you know, it's like we're supposed to be poor just because we follow the Bible. Guys, our people were wealthy people. Just because someone's wealthy don't mean they are a bad person. They like to eat a good diet. They like to live clean. They like to work hard for what they want. It's not a bad thing. Their mind and their faith is different than yours. They feel like they're supposed to be doing something a little better, so they just work for it. You can't take away from that. You can't say every person who lives a certain way is a bad person because they're not giving money to you because you fell on hard times or you didn't choose to do what the Most High put in front of you. There's so many different situations of why we fall into curses or shortcomings. It's not one situation. Some people, it wasn't, they just felt on hard times. But that doesn't mean other people are bad people and they're supposed to give you something. That doesn't mean they actually have to give you something, guys. The Most High leads a person's spirit to give to the poor. You can't help all the poor. That's what happened to Judas. If you would get frustrated trying to help all the poor, they would go buy bags of chips and Jordans, and you would have to give them again because they don't have the knowledge of who they are, where they come from, what this is about. Right? But we're at Proverbs 12 and 24, the second part. But the slothful shall be under tribute. Those who are lazy will have to, when it is time for them to work, they're going to have to take the lower jobs. And that's not a surprise because even the people who go to school work hard sometimes have to take the lower jobs, let alone if you're lazy, you're mad at the world because you're in your position from your choices. And then we have some things where sometimes mom or dad will mess up, and then we feel like we need to live our life taking care of their mess ups. You can't do that either. A man shall leave his father and mother and cleave to his own husband or wife. I know it sounds bad, but if you have enough money, obviously you can help a little bit. But it's not your job to really just, you don't have a life that the Most High put in front of you because you're taking care of your, someone. In all situations are different. There's not one situation because you got wealthy people who can do it, but you got some people who are trying to get on their feet so they can continue to give, but they're climbing up the mountain and they keep falling because they got to keep giving what they don't actually have. Our curses in our situations is rough, and some of the old school people will not understand that, hey, let me actually try to make something so I can get to the point where I can continue to give. You don't give your all and you have nothing and you're in the same position. Then they're not going to take you out your position. If you fall, even if they wanted to, they can't. Bless you, my brother, for all of the donations and the offerings. Bless you and your families. And this, guys, what I'm saying is just truth. It's nothing about, guys, we're a giving church. We're a giving people. But we will give our all and then we will have nothing. All of our things will be gone. And as hard as it is, are you going to take food out your children's mouth? You give what you can. I ain't gonna lie, I used to give my all because I didn't understand that. And then eventually I'm like, man, I need to borrow some money now. It didn't make sense because I'm thinking God is going to bless me. And then I'm reading the scriptures like, whoa, I ain't supposed to do that. I need to have something to keep me afloat too. But we was all young and naive, and if you didn't grow up with a dad or a mom who didn't understand finances, business, or all of that, or life, some of our parents are still learning at their older age. Some of them are learning from us now in some things. And it doesn't mean we're better or we know more. I'm just saying life, you can learn from anybody. All right. We're going to the next scripture. It is Proverbs 13:4, my beautiful people. My beautiful people of Christ. A man or woman are what they think, how they speak, how they work. The Most High hates murmurers and complainers. Okay? Remember that. Don't have that in your mind. That's why they have the mindset with these get rich books. All you just need to do is just read Sirach, read the gospel. Christ is formulating your mind of how to think. Water is in the brain. The spirit is in the brain. So how you think is what you become, what you will do. If you say I can't do it, if you say I'm tired, even if you're tired, that's what your body will become. If you don't want to do it and you acting like you don't want to do it, that's what will happen in your body. You remember that experiment that they did on water when they were speaking to the water? How some of the water became, dark, muggy, cloudy. And then the other one you say good things to, it stayed nice and clear. Let's read verse 4 of Proverbs 13. The soul of the sluggard desireth. He wants. She wants. And this is what I'm noticing with a lot of sisters. And I'm saying this to help the sisters, not to down them. Guys, social media is ruining a lot of people's lives and marriages. People are wanting to be in this rat race so much for clout and attention. And the sisters, they're putting so many things out there talking about, get a good job so you can get a man that you want and you don't need, and you won't need one or something like that. I'm just like, man. And it's like most sisters cannot actually provide what they ask a man unless they become a man. When they can just get behind a righteous man and make it happen. It's the curse of Eve. Eve wanted more. She couldn't just be happy with what Adam had going on. She had to listen to another dude. That's why the Bible said, listen to your own husband. Satan is not your husband. These dudes on the side that Satan's coming through is not your husband. The dude at work is trying to tell you, hey, man, this is how I would do it. Because your husband don't got it going on like this dude, it's okay. Your husband will if you have his back. You have the power to make the relationship last long. Trust me. How you are honorable to your husband. How you have his back through the thick and thin. Now, that's where what we're talking about tonight, the Most High will actually bless y'all and throw you things just because the woman is doing that. I'm telling you. I see somebody saying can, Elder. Do you guys mean to put con like with the K? Are you asking something? But I'm telling you, sisters be having a little bit more power in a relationship than they understand. But they are focusing too much on their wants like Eve did. She wanted to eat from this tree instead of just, Adam like, nah, we not worried about that tree. We got everything else around here. Why do we need something else? Y'all confusing me with this can thing, y'all. Con is K. What's going on? Or am I wrong? What's going on? All right, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Okay, but anyway, shalom, y'all. Make sure you hit that like button as you come in. So the whole deal is, yes, sisters, if they appreciate this husband, a lot of what they desire and want, he will naturally want to get. because of their obedience. But if they focus so much on wants and wants and wants, and the brother's trying to build something to eventually be able to continue to give those wants. So sometimes you can go out to eat so much while you're young and waste all your resources instead of building something now where you can continue to do those nice things later, where you can continue to do them. If you do it too much now, you will be working hard in your old age, too hard. But if you sacrifice now, not overdoing things, you can have longevity. And sometimes you got young women who want to, get with young men, and young men won't even have certain doors open because they don't have the tenure and the time yet in certain jobs. Yeah, certain doors won't even open until they're a certain age sometimes. Sometimes it's how it is. And then a woman will want trying to pressure a young man when it's like, hey, get with a man who's almost retired, who's saving, stacking, who didn't been there then. Get with a little older man if you want that, because women have so much wants, and it's like, can you actually provide what you're asking? So don't give no demands. If you when you get with this man, you're not pulling up and everything you wanted, and then you come with all these wants, you gotta pump your brakes. You need to be in the spirit of appreciation and building. Sometimes, guys, it takes 5 to 20 years sometimes to build something in a relationship. There you go, brother Chaffel. People don't understand. Men don't really start earning really like consistent, nice stuff in America till 35, 40. This is true. Now, yeah, we're not talking about the few men who like, well, I do this. Listen, may God bless you. We're generalizing how it goes on average, because everyone's talking about, I want a 10-figure man. No 10-figure man wants the woman who's saying that or rapping that. Right? No, I seen a post just recently about that, and I want to turn this into something else, but I seen a post where a sister's talking about, you come to me, you got to have money. Of course, a man needs to have his stuff together. But is that the first thing you talking about? You know what I mean? Can you, with your cockiness, can you provide what you want now? Not that a woman has to. I'm not saying a woman has to, but can you do it with this cocky attitude? No man wants to give to a woman like that. Let me tell y'all what I'm noticing. So many beautiful women out here on the carnal side, but none of them have men. I look around, I'm like, yo, it's all of these beautiful women. I tell my wife all the time, look at all these beautiful sisters. None of them have men. All of them are having the camera on them and how pretty they look. And I'm like, what's it all for without a man? You don't have no children. You don't have a family. You don't have a husband. So what? You're pretty. So what? What now? What do we do now? Do we take another selfie or what? What do we do? You want us to praise you? You need some gifts? What do we need? You need to hear how pretty you are all day? What's the purpose of life now? Because God made you to be fruitful with a man having to have a man back. He didn't say, hey, take 1,000 selfies a day showing the same stuff on Instagram. What's your purpose? To be obedient and to have a husband's back. I'm just putting it out there. And if you want all of these things that we're going to talk more about in this lesson today, can you provide them? Or are you willing to be patient to build with your husband and be in the space of appreciation? Because if not, you're just still in the curses of Eve and you don't get it. And if you are a man that's like this, just like a woman who's like this, you are a hater. You have men that's just like the women I just taught. These men are haters that were raised by women, and they just are emotional, and they're mad, and they're always asking men, how do I get what you get, instead of following when a man will tell them what to do all the time, and they will not do it. They will find every excuse of why they don't have it when they don't know this man was up 5 a.m, 3 a.m, working hard, doing whatever, reading, studying. They are not willing to go through that. I can tell sometime when I'm in the gym, if somebody come and work out me in the gym when I was young, and I'm like, listen, I'm doing 1,000 reps today. If you can't hang, don't come. Period. Because I'm not just working out to get muscles. I'm working out my mind to go through different levels of discipline. Sometimes that's why I did that back then. I was working on it can transfer through life. If I can get through this and it's a regular basis, nothing in life will be that hard. And some people will walk out the gym early and things like that, and it's all good. But I'm doing this for me in my mind. And I have in my mind, if, you know what I mean, no matter who stop, I won't stop. That's the mindset I have. For me, you got to work on your mindset. And my mind is not to do it, like the scripture says, for emulation, to emulate men, to be better than men or women. My mind is to just keep me tight and strong as possible in my mind, my body, health-wise, so I can take care of this temple to continue to be fruitful. You don't take care of your temple, you can't even continue to be fruitful. You can have all the faith you want, but where's your works to the temple gets dusty, a house gets dusty. It can get mildewy, it can get hot, it can get musty. You got to wash the clothes, you got to wipe things off. You need to take care of this temple. You need to stop being emotional and stop thinking you're not good enough when people are trying to motivate you and encourage you to do it. Some people are going to be real with you. Because guess what? I'm not going to keep telling you all the time. I'm going to just keep moving. I'll put it out there for those who have ears to hear. You don't want to hear it. I got to keep moving. Right? Excuse me. Proverbs 13:4, the soul of the sluggard desire it and have nothing. Man, I want this, man. I wish I had this, I had that. I don't like wishful thinking. I like to be realistic because I don't like teasers. Let me get what I can realistically get now, and I'll work to the next thing. Because, you know, people got this thing, they say that God don't give you more than you can handle. He sure don't. You got that all wrong, how you saying it. When it comes to these curses, we have more curses than we can handle. But he's not going to give you more of a blessing than you can handle. That's what that means. You're not going to get, he's just not going to just give you all of these blessings and you are not responsible for something small. How do we know that? The men who had the talents, the men who could flip and double the talents, he gave them more. The man who could not, he took from him. That's what that Bible means. Precepts upon precept, people. Don't tell me God is not going to put on you more than you can handle. The curses are more than we can handle. Trust me. Now, are we handling it? Yeah, we can handle it. But it's curses and demons all over the place. That is so much that people are just ready to give up. But when you ask for a blessing, ask for something that you can be responsible for. Or if you want a new house, are you treating the house you have now good? If you want a new car, are you taking care of the car you have now? Or are you just going to leave it behind and decide, and then you just want something else from the Most High? But you didn't do right with the one you had. You got people who got old school cars. They would shine that thing up, clean it up. And let me tell you, these are the people who deserve more. Not people who just complaining, I'm tired of this. Still show the appreciation and stay positive through tribulation, through trials. The Most High hates complaining and murmurers. So, I practice in my older age, staying quiet. Like I've always been a quiet guy. I talk because I have to teach. And I talk, if I'm talking, I'm teaching. But outside of that, I'm working. Ask anybody. If I'm not listening to my elders and I'm not talking to teach, I don't talk. I work. I don't got time to talk. See what I'm saying? If I'm not talking to somebody that's trying to build with me, like my wife or my children, or the people who I know that I work with in the church and stuff like that, I don't really just be talking. I be working. I don't talk about going on vacations. I don't talk about And that's nothing bad for you to do. But I just don't do that. The Most High got to make me take a vacation. That's my mind. It's nothing wrong with people you do need rest. You do need to get out. And then when you do it, you be like, man, I needed this. You got to pull me off the plot. My mama will call me like, son, you out there in that 90-degree heat. My grandpa will call me, young man, you know, it's hot out there. I know you like grandpa. That's how I am. How are you? Are you diligent? Because Christ, he wants to see us be diligent, guys. I just came from outside in the heat. My wife had to come get me. She's like, hey, it's about to be time for the show. I'm like, I'm trying to do a little bit more. You know, like I said, I'm turning bronze out here. You know, y'all know I'm Gag. Gag can only turn bronze so much, you know. Anyway, let's continue. A righteous man, we have verse 5. No, we're at the end of verse 4. But the soul of the diligent shall be made fat. A righteous man hated lying, but a wicked man is loathsome and cometh to shame. Righteous keepeth him that is upright in the way, but the wickedness is overthrown the sinner. There is that making himself rich, yet had nothing. There is that making himself poor, yet had great riches. Like I talked about earlier, you have people who don't necessarily have money, but they're still rich. They got a little land. They got them, you know what I mean? They got what they need to grow it. I mean, Humble Servants Homestead. Y'all know Humble Servants Homestead, Brother Mike and Tabitha, they rich. They like, Elder, don't you try to say yeah, y'all rich. They got cattle, they got livestock, they growing their own food. That's riches. It's not about having the best house. If it all falls, they growing their own food and doing their own thing. Riches. Teach your children to do it. Riches. Huh? And they try to motivate the people to teach them and learn how to do it. Huh? So, let's continue. We're at Proverbs 13:8. The ransom of a man's life are his riches, but the poor hear it not rebuke. The light of the righteous rejoiceth, but the lamp of the wicked shall be put out. This is how God looks at things. Only by pride cometh contention. Think about that. He's saying it right here. Only by hate, pride cometh contention. There shouldn't be no issues if you see your brother or sister doing good and you show them love. A person can sing, you be like, man, you just killed that. Somebody else be like, who they think they is? It wasn't all that good. That's a hater. Now, if it's a situation where a person is struggling and they trying to force something, okay, I see that. But if you're just a hater, but you better have experience to give that constructive criticism. Right? We at Proverbs 13 at the end of 10. But the wisdom of the well-advised is wisdom. Wealth gotten by vanity shall be diminished. All of the wicked who have wealth out there, it will come to naught. It will come all to the righteous. So I don't get mad, worry about what they got going on with this money. I don't give a damn about what y'all got going on out there. We are righteous, kingdom rich. The Most High gives and he takes away. Whether we be having financial wealth or not, understanding how the world works, how to grow your own food, do what you need to do. That's real. That's the real riches. If ain't no money we eating, that's the food is the real riches. The righteousness is the real riches. Because guess what? If you don't got righteousness with filthy lucre, you're going to hell. You're going to lose it all. Right? And it says, but he that gathereth by labor shall increase. A man or woman that works hard, they by default are going to have an increase. They have put works to faith. Faith is something you believe in your mind. That's what faith is. That's why Christ said, it's going to be according to your faith that you're healed. If you're going to stop sinning, if you're going to stop eating this bad diet, if you're going to stop fornicating and watching porn, doing all this stuff, you're going to be healed. That's according to your faith. It starts with your mind, and then your action shall follow what's in your mind. That's what Christ was saying in the gospel. Be it to you according to your faith. That's why he would say, your faith have made you whole. It's just something that was in him that will motivate and encourage the people and believe that they can do something. So when I'm around people, I try to keep them encouraged and say, man, you can do this, boom, 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 do that. And then they would say, man, you got the power to, man, just help. I'm like, no, that's Christ. Just tap in. Just tap in. You know what I mean? One second. I gotta go take these old bees. There are so many bees on the outside. I gotta add another box on there, so I gotta do that tomorrow, probably not today, because I got a meeting after this. So let's go to faith without works, James 2:17. We're getting through it. James 2:17. I'm gonna need a little bit more to drink. Cold. Boys, all these studio lights getting me hot. Yeah, I might have to dim these joints. You know what I mean? All right, let me get it. James 2:17. In the summertime, we're gonna have to keep it cool. It's real in Texas. One moment, guys. I'm getting it for y'all. You heard thy cry, my cry. Yeah, listen. I need that. I need ice cold. You know? All right. Here we go. James 2. Did I say 2:17? Yeah. Even so, faith, if it hath not works, is dead being alone. Even so, what you think, let me, because people still think faith is different. No, faith is what you believe that you can achieve. Faith is what you believe that you can achieve, and then your actions must follow it. Let's read it like this. Even so, faith, what you believe, if you believe that you can achieve, if it have not works, is dead being alone. If you believe you have an idea and that you can do it, if you don't follow through with it, it's dead. Someone else will take it. If you keep going around talking about it, it was a zealous faith that will die because someone else will take it, steal it, and you will be mad because you didn't do it. And look, it says in verse 18, excuse me. Yeah, a man may say, thou hast faith. A man may say, man, I got faith. I can do this, I can do that. Yeah? Show me. You doing all that talking, Paul said. You doing all that talking. See what I'm talking about? And I will show thee my faith by my works. You say you can race me? Well, let's race. Let's do it. Oh, man, my foot hurting. Well, what you talking about it for? I'm going to show you by my works. I'm going to show you better than I can tell you is what Paul was saying modern day. I'm going to show you better than I can tell you. You smell me? Huh? So that's the whole deal about it. Thou believest that there is one God, thou does well. The devils also believe and tremble. But will you know, O vain man, that faith without works is dead? If you believe something without doing it, it's no point, it's no purpose. People have made faith magical. Now, because the Most High created the earth in a certain way, there are things at certain times, according to the will of the Most High, that can be done. But we don't just go walk on water for no reason. That's wasting spiritual energy. We are not going to go walk on water when it's not necessary. We're not going to do a miracle heal every time if there is a doctor or a herb to do it. When we're in the wilderness and there's no doctors, miracles need to be done. Right now, while there's not miracles, let us take care of our body. And the Most High will decide what miracles need to be done to glorify his name in the earth. Everybody believes that they need a miracle. Everybody does. And I am not the person who says yay or nay. The Most High is. But I do know there's certain energies, just like there's realm wars that happen that shall not be wasted. Because people be saying, yeah, we got the power, and then you get them online, they moving damn plastic cups. What's the point of using the energy to move a plastic cup, brother? It's windy outside. I'm going to keep it G with you. I'm going to keep it whole G brew with you. It's windy outside. You moving plastic cups. If you can move plastic cups, why haven't you moved yourself into a house? Why haven't you moved some money in your pocket? Why haven't you moved the lips of a person who can't speak? Why haven't you moved the people out of prison if you got powers? So stop playing the games. Moving plastic cups. I'm working on it. I'm trying to get better at it. Listen, Ak, you will do better by reading the scriptures and going to law school to help get brothers and sisters out of school. It's a time for everything, like Solomon said. And speaking of Solomon, you see, he sought the kingdom first. He said, listen, Moses, I don't know how to take care of these people. I need wisdom. If I got wisdom, I can get money. I'm a king, and we already have inheritance of a certain amount of money. But the Most High gave him even more because he put money behind him. When you do good for the kingdom and the Most High's people, like I sell supplements, that's doing good. That's helping someone, like truly helping somebody. It's not just trying to make money. It's seeking the wealth of a person's temple and wanting to make them better. Obviously, that's a good, fair exchange. See what I'm saying? We, as teachers of the Most High, oh yeah, we got that key supplements, green juice. Ooh, don't you put no sugar in that. It's already good. We teach the word of the Most High. That's good. The Bible says, you don't muzzle the ox that tread the corn. When you have a blessing to give them, like the people are blessing us in this chat, or they bless us at church, if it's on their heart to do it, you don't muzzle the ox that tread the corn. They're teaching the people something that's going to make them better because no one else took the time out to care for God's people. The pastor just told them, hey, Easter's coming up. Christmas is coming up. He didn't tell them who they were, who they are, where they come from. Do you know when you give a person, you know, that history, that powerful history, they understand the people who are around them, the other nation? That's powerful. That turns a person's mind into something else. They now believe they are more than what the world told them. Thank you, brother. Hebrew Harris. Bless you, my brother. They now believe that they are more than the world told them. I know when I knew I was a Jew, listen, let me tell you, boy, fate turned up even more. Ready to run through a brick wall. Wasn't worried about where money came from necessarily. Obviously, I knew I needed to do something to a certain degree, but I knew if I do this work, it's all going to work out. I'm not looking at what everybody else has. Do the will of the Most High and don't think about money, and it will come. Now I need to do what I need to do, obviously, take care of my family, teach them the word of the Most High, and be consistent and have faith in that. And the Most High going to bless through anything I do. And you just, the things that you're good at, you just keep working on them. No one gets it overnight. So you can't tell somebody, hey, man, they're cold and you don't give them a blanket. That's not faith. Put the works for what's going on in your mind. if you can do it. If you can do it. All right. So we at James 4:3, asking wrong for pleasure, vanity, and for status. And we were just at James 2:26, where many people believe, they pray, and they wish, but they never act. This is how the Christian church have taught people. Oh, God's going to bless me one day. Listen, he puts opportunities in your face every day. You want to cross that sea? You didn't seen a boat pass by you. You didn't ask them, could they give you a ride over there? You seen the wood and the forest. You didn't take the time to build you a boat. You seen the boats on sale. You seen the kayaks on sale. You didn't think that you can use that to cross the water to get to the other side. You just hoped that a boat would just drop in front of your face. Oh, yeah, you already know I got the pinky ring when I sip, too. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, got the pinky ring to sip before it hit the lip. You understand? You know how it go. Yeah, we sipping slow. Let's go. So we're going to go to James 4:3. All right. Very important we understand that the Most High is not a genie, so we can be able to get what we want from the Most High according to his will. Does he want this for us? Does he have another door he wants us to go through? Does he want us to go through a test or a trial to be proven that we appreciate it? Or is he not giving it to us yet because we need to go through something to appreciate the blessing that's coming? Or did he not give it to us yet because he wants to see, are we going to learn from Satan putting a blessing that's not a real blessing before God's blessing in front of us? Oh, that might be my wife. You put it on the Most High. Oh, it got to be the Most High that did this. Don't put that on the Most High. Man, don't tempt the Most High. The devil didn't put the wrong woman for you. It's because of your lack of patience, you didn't get to see the woman that was coming, you understand, 6 months later, 1 year later. Sometimes there's false blessings before the true blessings. And we always say it was the Most High. Don't put that on the Most High. You must prove a friend in time. Time proves all things. So let's talk about the haters real quick. See what I'm talking about? Let's talk about the haters when it comes to success in life. James 4 is going to teach you about everything we're talking about tonight. You don't need to go and read no white man book talking about what he's talking about. It's all in here already. From a black man, black men, black teachers, Israelites. All they do is take from this book and they make other books and they sell it to you for money. There's nothing wrong with reading those books because some of these people didn't learn how to master it, but a lot of these people is Masons. Okay? I'm giving it to you as a saint tonight. You can see one thing about me, I can do anything I want to do good. Anything I've ever put my hands to, it becomes very good. That's my mindset though. There's nothing that I don't think I can do. Maybe when I was young, I didn't know. I'm like, nah. All it takes is practice. Practice make perfect. Keep doing it until you get it. And keep distractions out of your lane. Keep hate out of your lane. People who want to have you on their time too much. It's like, hold up. Still got to do what I got to do. I can't come out every weekend with you. Every week, sometimes people got things lined up. It's like, yo, I got to have my schedule in order. I can't do something every week. Every week is something going on, how I'm going to reach my goals and be able to leave legacy for my sons, my daughters. How am I going to build the empire the Most High set me out to build? You know what I mean? So I can continue to free myself up to do the work of the Most High. I can't chill every time. That's giving away money. I need to invest that. That's a XRP coin or something. You see what I'm saying? Straight up. And then you got these new cats, and I like to tip good at restaurants, but I'm like, they got it to where it's like they put the thing in front of you where it says tip, and they trying to see what you gonna tip. I'm gonna take, give me that. I'm gonna tip what I'm gonna tip. When it come to gratuity, trying to stand in front of me to make me feel embarrassed. I'm already finna tip you something good, but you really ain't do nothing for me. That's some ice cream for my children, some investments. You really only needed $10, $20, and I done gave you $60 tip because you standing over me. Nah, not no more, because you didn't do nothing for that. You know what I mean? Listen, don't waste your resources. Don't waste your time, because people want to hang, and then they're not going to have none later because all they want to do is hang. Maybe it's their time to hang. It ain't my time to really just hang too much. I'm trying to build before they like, you can't go nowhere. I'm trying to build because I don't know if I'm promised tomorrow. See? Straight up. James 4:1. From whence come wars and fightings among you? From whence come contention? We just read it earlier. Pride. Somebody telling you the truth and realness and you don't want to take it. You need to work harder. You need to do this. Your wife telling you get on your grind. I got to wait on my husband. Listen, it ain't nothing like a wife who waiting on her husband, and it's all good. She got to wait because she got to be obedient. But sometimes you got some lazy Negroes out here. You got some lazy Negroes sometimes. I'm not talking about moving when your wife say move. That's not what I'm talking about. Sometimes they ain't trying to do nothing. And then a woman is seeing other men, even though she shouldn't go off of that. But it's like, come on, bro. You know you can do better. She supposed to sit around and just wait forever, and you ain't gonna be the person you supposed to be, and she don't have no plan to follow. You see what I'm talking about? She don't have no plan to follow. Yeah. So we got, listen, I said it so we can be on our game. I'm not saying it because I'm better than you. I don't need people coming to the Passover, coming to places, man, I don't like Rawchaa because he said this and said that. Stop being weak. Stop being weak, bruh. Get on your game and be the best man you can be. I'm not better than you. I ain't trying to be better than you. I'm teaching from the Bible. See? Don't get hitting the fence because the scriptures is coming out and they cut to the soul asunder. I'm still trying to be the best I can be. I ain't got time to be worrying about no another man. Huh? That's a pause button. I seek good for men, but I'm also going to tell the real because I think you can be better. And no woman should look at what another man is doing and compare it to what her man is doing. You and your husband pray together. Y'all read together. And y'all decide what y'all going to do for y'all life in the order the Most High said. That's just another example I had to leave because it's just some rare situations where there's some men who didn't have a father to encourage confidence in them, boldness, courage. So that's why that part's coming out. Not for sisters to go around, see what Elder said, you need to. Nah, that's not for that. I'm not the devil jumping into nobody's house. That's where you're going to have to be corrected, sister. That's why you got to pray for your husband. And then you still stay kind and you just be patient and treat him good. And then maybe he will be motivated because if you go into the other side, now it's going to be worse. From whence come wars and fightings among you? Come they not hence even from your lust that war on your members? From the things that you want? Because you want something and you don't work hard to do it, you start hating on somebody. Man, they was on their game up in here, man. We in James right now, 4:1. The disciples was on their game. Do they not come from you not doing what you supposed to do, is saying here? Because that's how this stuff happened. You got people who's, they driving nice cars, they got nice houses, or regardless, they dress a certain way, they walking around in confidence, and you hating because you want what they got. This goes back to the commandments, coveting. Covet not thy neighbor. If you admire something they have, say, man, that's a blessing. Where did you get that from? That's the way to do it. Don't turn your admiration into hate, though, because this is where it comes from your lust. You are lusting. You want it. You covet it. But you are afraid to admit that you admire it. When I see my brothers in the truth fly, I'm like, bro, you look fly. You look clean. I'm not finna go over there and say, man, I ain't do it. Why can they do it? You got some old Negroes like that too. You got some old Negro haters out there too. You got some older elderly sisters who hate on young sisters because the older sister couldn't live her life a certain way. She see a young sister get a man that she wanted or she think cute, but she couldn't live her life. You need to stop being like that, older sister. You need to act your age, spiritual. You need to act your age, old man, or you're going to burn in hell. You want your way, and you can't get your way, so you let it turn you into a hater. We got people in the body that be acting like that. Mind your business and work on yourself. It's like we can't do nothing right sometimes. Men should not be worried about what another man's doing. Stay in your own lane. And congratulate your brothers. Congratulate your sisters. Man, because some people, whatever they do, they gonna shine. I know whatever I do gonna shine. Whatever Malak do, that's just his nature. He gonna shine. He don't even have, let me tell you, even when we didn't have all the money in the world, we put on some clothes, you would thought we had money. That's the spirit of the Most High. That's the mindset. And people will assume you rich and you got it all because you got faith in the Most High and you glorify the Most High. See, when I do something, it's to glorify him. So by default, he giving me extra bling without the bling. And somebody who sees a woman or a man like that, you got women who, boy, let me tell you, you got some women out there who walk and they know they got it together and they ain't trying to bother nobody, and I ain't talking about harlots. But they got confidence in the Most High, confidence in themselves, and you know what I mean? And they just feel good today. So people got a problem with that. Who they think they is? Let me tell you, goodness gracious. With all the curses that's going around, can we not have our head above the water and breathe? A lot of y'all out there, you need to check yourself. I be seeing people that be like that, staring at people. Let me tell you, boy, I see cats at the Passover and all that staring at people, haters. Whether they show it or not, they gonna give that fake high, but they be haters. They want to be in your position, and Christ is gonna burn you in hell if you don't fix yourself. And they assume you ask for the position. They assume you ask for your car, you ask for your money, that you ask for your beautiful looks, you ask for your beautiful kid, whatever you dealing with. The Most High blessed you. They assume in your mind that you know you're coveting and lustful. That's why you do what you do. But they are really the ones like that. We're reading it right now. That's why I don't try to make too many friends. You got to be proven. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not trying to get to know nobody new. I labor and I know this is how I get to know you. If you're working in the vineyard, if you working in the vineyard, I'm gonna know you. If you ain't working in the vineyard, I don't know who you are. Period. You want to know me? Come and work. Come pick up a plow with me, baby. And then you gonna know how I got what I got. Then you gonna know why I got respect across the world. Let me tell you, I can even go back to Egypt if it ain't no Israelite out there and get respect. I can go back to Europe and get respect. And guess what? Not only do I get respect from people in the truth, I get respect from gangsters, people who's in the world, all that. Yeah, real talk. And they respect me as a godly man. So you want that, but you can't get it because the Most High don't give it to clowns. He don't give it to sisters who's Jezebels, who's haters, hating on other sisters because they put in the work. He don't give it to y'all like that. And that's what you will be forever, is a hater. Like the devil, the hater of all good. And I'm not talking to nobody specific, but I'm teaching y'all where these things come from. You need to feel it. You need to, let me tell you, you need to smell a spiritual cologne and perfume. Smell it. You need to feel nauseated right now and get that hate up out your spirit. You should be a damn shame worrying too much about somebody else instead of getting on your own game. Do you know how easy it is to see hate? You act like you don't want to say hi to nobody. How you doing, bro? Oh, I'm all right, man. You need some prayer, brother? You need some prayer, sister? You can't even sleep good at night. You walking around with insomnia because you can't stand that the Most High didn't choose. Let me tell you, many are called, baby, but few are chosen. The ones who was chosen, they're chosen like Adam. Like Adam was chosen to have a wife because he worked hard. Those who are chosen because they put the work in. And they stayed around and put the work in. There's many going to be called around us and who going to be here, but you can't get mad at the one that's chosen. They're not chosen just because who they are. They have done something. They have been consistent. They have been diligent. The Most High chose them because of that. Don't be like Korah. The Most High chose Moses because Moses chose to go through everything the Most High put him through. He could have stayed in Pharaoh's house. He went through so much. Spent 10 years in prison, almost died if somebody didn't come there and feed him. That sister. And no, she was not an Israelite. So Aaron couldn't say nothing because they wasn't there to feed him. So get off of that too. The other camps try to get on the Gentiles. It was a Gentile who saved Moses by feeding him, or we wouldn't have got freed, fool. Get off of that. Jethro was helping giving Moses counsel. He was a Gentile. A Gentile helped and got Jeremiah out the pit. What are you talking about? Now because we get the laws, you want, it's like you get the laws, you go and judge and whip everybody of everything that's wrong. How would Moses have gotten out of the prison if that Gentile woman didn't come and feed him? Of course, I would have made her my wife too. I ain't finna sit here and be thinking about some laws, somebody who just saved my life. Her saving his life was able to save the Most High's people's life. It's deep. It's deep with our people. Let me tell you, we want to be like Korah, man. And we don't know. Every time you turn to that, you will fall. Pride comes before the fall. Here goes the pride of Korah. All of his family fell. Achan, Joshua and them told him, don't you touch that wicked thing. They touched it. And his whole family didn't have to burn with him. But they knew. They probably was asking, ooh, you got this, you got that. They didn't go and tell the leaders, hey, man, I love my husband, but he didn't took the stuff. He didn't took this stuff. He didn't cause people to die. They didn't have to burn with him. But because they held alive, the whole family burnt. Ananias and Sapphira. When it was time to put everything and have everything common, they lied because they had their lust that warred in their members. We can't give them everything. We work for some of this. Some of this is our money. Azarias and the Maccabees. Azarias and the other brother. When Judas Maccabees said, listen, don't fight till I come back. But they heard the great name of Judah Maccabees, and they said, we want to get us a name too. It be some people like that who be trying to talk about, some of the leaders that's out there, they be hating on the leaders and stuff like that. The leaders put in work. Is that a bad thing? That the Most High chose them because they put the work in? Tell me, is that a bad thing? Who gonna lead you? If any man wants to lead, a lot of times he's not a true leader. A lot of times a brother just come and do the work, man. He just like, man, I'm good on all that. A lot of times these men did not ask to do this. So other men be trying to say, oh, this person is not qualified. Who the hell is you? Go sit your behind down somewhere. The Most High said they qualified. Who the hell are you? Get up out of here. You was a hater and a snake. And you need to know it. Don't ever come like that again. You need to go pray to the Most High and ask for forgiveness for he send you down to the pits of Hades. Don't you ever come at the children of Israel or the Most High's chosen trying to tell them they're not qualified. Huh? So they don't, let me tell you, they don't want to hear that word of the Most High come out. Go hide and tuck your tail. Because the double-edged sword of the Most High hit all of us asunder. We all can learn from it. So you come to me, you better come real, baby. You better come real. I don't hide from nothing. I run straight to it. I ain't never did it. And guess what? I'm a peacemaker. I'm a family man. So was Abraham, who came and did what he did to rescue Lot. Take it how you want to take it. He went to go rescue Lot, and he was a family man. That's how the men was in the Bible. So if we want to be successful, let's read. If we want to be financially successful, we want to have a strong mind and belief in this gospel, let us walk around glorifying the Most High, who will then glorify us by default. In the heavens, the righteous, he looks down and he can see the lights shining among all the darkness that's in the world. So don't bring the darkness into the truth, because you're going to be lukewarm. You're going to be unstable in all your ways. And you're going to try to find an excuse of why you're doing what you're doing. Nah. Come real or don't come at all. And we don't care if you leave either. Because guess what? If you were righteous, you wouldn't have left. Period. There's no man that's getting no offense and guess what? And go cry like a baby. No, we love the brethren, we forgive, and that's what we're going to do. And we move on, because guess what? It's about Christ, it's about the work. That's how brothers and sisters need to be. From whence come wars and fightings among you? Come they not hence, even of your lust that warn your members, when you got the good and evil thoughts? The good is telling you, man, she look good today. Hey, sis, I like your hair. Instead of that, you sit in the background, and she like, sis, you good? You barely want to say hi because you can't tell her what you're really thinking. And all of your thoughts are wrong. Those thoughts don't even belong to you. Those thoughts are demons trying to come in you and have a place of rest. Those demons are trying to find a place of rest. And guess what? If you don't repent by the sundown, they will stay in you. The longer they stay in you, you will turn to a demon on Passover. It happens every year. You must shed that snake skin out of you. Let me turn them. I didn't let my green juice turn to swamp water. It's at the bottom now. We are James 4:2. Ye lust and have not. Because you're coveting. Man, I want this, I want that. So what you going? Let's see what people do who carnally lust, who want the Most High to be a genie, and because he's not a genie, what they do. Let me show you right here. You lust and you want, but you have not. It's a lot of people in the world and the curses they don't have. So you not got people out here putting out where my scamming Negroes at and boosting women. Thieves against the commandment. Where are the thieves? The thing, and then they go talk about, oh, yeah, God blessed me with an award. God didn't bless you with no award for that trashy song. He says, thou shalt not steal. What God do you serve? Huh? Yeah, who is that dude who be talking over there at Gallant Christ Church? I can't stand that nigga. I don't care either. I don't care. Y'all don't listen. Y'all don't bring no fear to me. Let me tell you, I fear the Most High and what he can do, not men. Definitely not women. But I understand that evil men use women, but guess what? I'm not lusting after no woman, so try again. I understand that men use women to try to get by you, slip things in your drink, try to get you with sexual promiscuity. Can't get me, baby. I don't fall for the treasure between women's legs. And I guess what? I don't want your drinks. I like to stay sober-minded. I like to say circumspect while I'm whipping that spiritual wheel. You know what I'm talking about? We are speaking the truth to your people, and you want to, bring them down with these stupid songs. You know what you're doing. Our people should learn how to make an honest living wage. And if they can't do it in the world, they should come together and form their own jobs and businesses together like we did before on Black Wall Street and all of these other little communal things we did. If you sacrifice your wants now, you can get what you want later. That's how it works. How about we promote young brothers and sisters who's out here doing farming work? It's all over the internet, but people don't want to promote it. They just want to like it. Stop just liking it and go and do it too. Add to it. Then we will all be feeling good out here, man. I can go borrow from this sister, that brother. I can learn from my mistakes, from his mistakes, and he can learn from mine, and that's what the Most High wants. Let's read. We're at James 4:2. Ye lust and have not. Ye kill and desire to have. This is how people get famous. This is how people do in the street life. Like Cain. They start to kill. Like Sodom and Gomorrah. You got people in New York, haters, beating people because they have on a San Antonio Spurs jersey. That's so bad. California, they do the same thing. These places in the Bible, you got the Statue of Liberty over there in New York, and then you got the dang on pyramid over there out there on the West Coast. Huh? The places of finance and the places of debauchery. California, New York. Babylon the Great. Those places treat their strangers and their guests like Sodom and Gomorrah rights did in the book of Jasher. They throng people, they hurt them, they beat them. A person should be able to wear a jersey and walk through. Is it smart for the person to wear it? Of course not. But they just walking through and they killing and hurting people for some sports that don't give a damn about them. Because they ain't got a ring. Now we see why they ain't got no ring. They just haters. Can you just let a game be a game and appreciate if you gonna get a ring from hard work instead of like, it's deep. They're not paying your bills for you to go and hurt somebody. I mean, they out there beating on the elders and all. There's an elderly black man out there, and it's women and men, and they're just beating this guy, throwing stuff at him. It's like, are y'all kids? They lust. They have not. You kill and you desire to have. You kill and you go rob people because guess what? You don't want to work hard like we were just reading in all of these scriptures to get what you have. And some of us are guilty of living in the street life and doing some of these things, hustling, selling drugs, hitting licks, robbing. It's not the right thing. It's wrong. It's wrong. You desire to have with James 4 at the second half of 2 and cannot obtain. You can't get it. The Most High is not opening the door because you're not going through his way. Anybody who comes through another way is a thief and a robber, the Most High says. You cannot obtain because you fight and you war, yet you have not. You do all of these things, you get a little bit and you lose it again. A hustler will do better working a consistent job. It's a slow pace, but it's a long-term finances. When you a hustler, you make all this big money. Feds hit you in a few years because they wait and watch, take all your money from you. And then they put it back on the streets. Yeah, that's how it goes. Right? You fight in war, yet you have not because you ask not. Is he saying that you don't ask God for things? Well, some people don't actually ask. But some people do ask, but it's not really the right way to ask. How we're gonna show you today. Some people rather hate. Some people rather take other people's stuff out of their stores, the jewelry. You know how they go and bash and take this jewelry and all that. They rather take because the white man did this and that, so we should take from him. This is what they teach us online, our children. That's why the world looks at us as crabs in a bucket. You have because you ask not. Let me show you that you're either not asking or your mind is not right to ask in the right way. You ask, with verse 3, and receive not because you ask amiss. What does that mean? That ye may consume it upon your lust. You only want Michael Jordan shoes so you can show them off and tell people, I got the Jordan these. I got this number and that number. Who gives a damn? Does your son have legacy? Does your children have food at home? Is your car paid off? Your house paid off? Is something paid off? Are you working towards building something for your family, generational wealth? Because Jordan already has it. And people who are making his shoes for very cheap. So you're either going to be a consumer or a person who's providing things and producing things, selling things. Now we're almost done. All right. You ask amiss. You're asking the Most High the wrong way, guys. Well, I want this Lamborghini because I just saw myself in it last summer with this blue bikini and I was getting a bunch of niggas. This is how silly women think. Well, I want this, Most High, because this and that and this and that. No. Think about your children asking you for something and how you would give them before you ask the Most High. Think about that. He's not a genie. What are you going to do with it if I give it to you? Think about asking the Most High like you would ask the bank for a loan. What's your business plan? How are you going to show the Most High you appreciate him with it? What are you going to do when you get it? Will you take care of it? Or are you taking care of what you have now before he gives it to you? I'm going to be honest with you. I really don't ask the Most High for a lot of things. I never really did that. I ask for a few things, like that I think is necessary. Like if it's like something that's needed, because I know how he blesses. If I work hard and seek the kingdom and work hard, I ask him to bless my hands just overall. So anything I do is going to prosper. And I have in my mind, anything I touch is going to turn to gold as long as I'm doing righteousness. And my gold is not going to be compared to anybody else. I'm not thinking about anybody else's world in my world. My world is my own purpose on earth according to the doors the Most High wants to open for me. I don't need to try to get like the next man because he got this at this time. I don't care about that. And the haters want you to because they want you to be mad some type of way. The haters be mad that you ain't mad. I am not thinking about you. That's how y'all got to be. I ain't thinking about you on that level. I'm praying for you. For the Most High to bless you. I work too hard and I spend too much time working hard on my own stuff to think about you. When I think about you, it's good. It's blessings. It's it's to prosper for you. I can't force myself to be mad at you because you're mad at me. And obviously I'm not speaking about myself. I'm speaking in general right now. Okay? But this is the way we have to be according to the scriptures. Ye adulteresses and adulteresses. Excuse me, you adulterers and adulteresses. We want to use this to get women, get men to fornicate, to show off what we have, to find a woman we're not going to stay with or a man we're not going to stay with. He's telling us right here, know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity for the Most High? How are you going to come and ask me for something you getting ready to use on the world? If you want a Lamborghini, work to get it. You don't need to ask the Most High for that. You work hard, and if you can afford it, you buy it. Don't ask the Most High for silly stuff like that. But understand what comes with it before you buy it, of why you wouldn't ask him for it. Understand what comes with it. High insurance, one scratch is going to be a few $1,000s to pay for it. Let me tell you, something break, the parts. Understand what comes with haters. Understand what comes with it. when you ask for the Most High for things. And even if you buy things without needing to ask the Most High because he blessed your hands. Understand what comes with it. Be prepared. People want land. You sure you want land? Have you been practicing already before you get land? Because when you just get out on land, guys, it is way harder than you think. That's one thing I like about Tabitha and Mike. Listen, they're going to keep it real with you. It's way harder when you got land than you think. And it's not hard like you can't do it, but are you willing to put the work in for certain? I'm telling you. Know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity with the Most High? Whosoever therefore will be a friend of the world is an enemy of the Most High. Don't sit up here asking me in your prayer for things you want to use it upon your lust in the world. The Most High, like, man, that's an insult to me. Don't play the Most High. He said you better prepare yourself before you pray to the Most High. I treat the Most High just like a daddy. Listen, I'm not just finna go ask like he's a genie. I'm not finna do that. If I want that, I work for it. Father, just bless the work of my hands. In general, I would like it. It will be a blessing if you bless my hands to get it. If not, I'm appreciate what I got and I work hard till I get it. You know what I mean? And sometimes when you like that, the Most High will just open the doors anyway because money don't make you. And he know you're going to appreciate everything you got, but you got to be showing you appreciate what you have first. You can't have roaches and rats in your house and then, that's something that you're causing and allowing because of your laziness and you asking for something else. Nah. Fix what you got first. Show that you can get in another place, paint it, fix it up before you get to something else. Show that. People just want riches because they see what other people have. You don't even know how to maintain it. You don't understand the experience and the hard work it took to get it. That's why some of you don't get that blessing from the Most High. He does not just drop things out of the sky like a genie. You need to understand what it takes to appreciate the hard work that it took for these, even the rich people, to get it. Why they can leave the legacy to their children. You can't just hate on them and you don't know what they've been through to get it. Even in the evil world, they kill people. They commit all type of sacrifice to get the stuff. Those are bad and evil things, but they still put in work, even on the evil side, to get it. They didn't just get it. Satan is not just giving them it. He's like, listen, I need you to eat a few bodies. I need you to take this person out. I need you to do this. I need you to lie on this person, snitch on this person. They got to work on the evil side. You think you don't got to work on the righteous side? The Most High himself worked. We're made in his image. We're at James 4. We're getting ready to close it out. We're at James 4. And the end of James 4. Whosoever therefore will be a friend of the world is an enemy of the Most High. Do you think that the scripture said in vain, the spirit dwelleth in us lusted to envy, but he giveth more grace? Wherefore he said, God resist the proud and give grace to the humble. Those who have pride and don't listen to this, you're going to just keep praying and he ain't going to give it to you. Humble yourself and understand what we're talking about tonight. And then he will give you grace. He will bless you. Submit yourselves, therefore, to the God. Resist the devil, and he will flee from you. Get that snake out your mind. Get those negative ways of thinking out your mind before you come to the Most High. He like, you come in here to ask me things just because you following the law, but you can't love your brother. A lot of people follow the law, but don't love their brother. That's why Christ said love is the greatest commandment. Yes, it's following the commandments, but love is one of the greatest ones. You following the commandments, but you trying to bring a gift to the altar. You better make it right with your brother before you come to the altar. If I see somebody coming in the church that the Most High blesses with in Houston, and they have an alt with each other, and they try to come back to the church, I'm like, I always let them know, nah, you got to fix it with that person before you come back to the church. Because you're just going to have something just lingering. We don't do that. You can't be fake, man. The Bible says show love without dissimulation. That means you can't show pretending love. Be real with it. Or watch online. And I mean that. Right? We gonna show love up in here. Let's continue at James 4:8. Draw nigh to the Most High, and he will draw nigh to you. Cleanse your hands, ye sinners, and purify your hearts, ye double-minded. Before the Most High give you something. Cleanse your mind. Your heart is your mind. Ain't talking about this that pump blood. We talking about in the mind. Cleanse your mind of that filth before you come and ask the Most High for something. First, you should be asking him how to clear your mind, to be spiritually sober-minded. You think because you don't drink wine, you sober-minded. Your mind is still got yeast in it. And that sugar you eat create alcohol anyway without you drinking. You don't know that, do you? A little leaven leaveneth the whole lump. All right? You got that spiritual yeast. And Satan spitting that sugar in your ear. That's called spiritual alcohol. You drunk. Little leaven leaveneth the whole lump. You got them parasites, but you need to be using them spiritual pair of sites. Right? You need to make it to where the critters are scared to bite. I hope you just heard what I said on this mic. Let's go. We about to stay fly in the air like a kite. Don't make me get on the mic. Don't make me get on it. Y'all know I listen. The Holy Spirit be dropping it. I'm non-stop with it. From the top with it. I tell all my haters put a sock in it while I'm dropping it. You know what I'm talking about? The Holy Spirit be dropping it. Let's go. Sister Lanisa Terry, Shalom. Let's go. Let's finish this off. It says, be afflicted and mourn and weep. Why is the Most High telling us to be afflicted and mourn and weep? He ain't telling everybody that. He's telling the haters that. He's telling the liars, the stealers, the thieves, the people who are not humble this. He like, listen, why y'all walking around happy like y'all doing something good? Y'all need to be fasting and praying and getting y'allself together. Y'all think y'all rich and glorious and going through it? Nah, he's like, nah, y'all need to be mourning and weeping because this is what you're going to be doing in hell. The other people who have changed their lives, they went through the baptism, washing themselves from their old selves, from their old ways. You need to go through that. You sitting here asking me for something. It's like, you know how filthy you are coming here asking me for something? And the least you can do is listen to what the teachers is putting out first so you can understand what they saying. And then it's like, okay, we got a process here. Or you're going to stay in the curses of Deuteronomy 28. And don't come into the truth and learn all these lessons and don't understand what we're talking about. And you've been here for a long time. Boy, you should be ashamed of yourself. You better take some notes and study. Some of you have already had a faith the Most High blessed you with before you came into the truth. It should have been enhanced, not downtrodden through you following the law. That same courage and the daredevilness that I had was really faith that I had, and I kept it in the truth. I just learned how to balance it and use it right for the Most High. So anything I do, I'm like, listen, I can do this. I'm like, just go holler at them. Some people, like, listen, I told my brother, I said, listen, we was in Egypt. I said, bro, go holler at that dude. I know we ain't got what we need to work out here, do whatever, but go holler at that dude, see if you can sell some donuts in this shop. Man, boy, I had the best donuts out there. I'm like, listen, let's go start a restaurant. We're going to call it Southern Kingdom. Ain't nobody ever done it before out here. Ain't in the history of man. We gonna be stamped with a sign that say Southern Kingdom with the best wings in the world. It happened. We had to go through the process of doing it with the work. Period. You know what I mean? We was out there on the radio station. Listen, cause guess what? I'm like, listen, we're gonna turn this thing into a business. Like yeah. This is what we gonna do. Anywhere I go, that's what's gonna happen. I leave Egypt. Boys then started pull-up contests. They didn't even have pull-up bars. You better ask people. 16 years ago, I am the one who started and went to Egypt. It was me. Malak knows. I went to Egypt and I was doing pull-ups on their pergolas, and their little gazebos out there when there was not one pull-up bar in the whole Alexandria, Egypt. No, it was not. They were only in gyms. On the beaches, I would do them 1,000 pull-ups a day on the beach gates, right? And then I start talking to some of the owners, you know what I mean? And they love the calisthenic stuff I used to do out there. I would go to the roof. I ended up making me my own pull-up bar because they didn't have one in the whole Alexandria, Egypt at all. Then we would leave, some of us and the brothers, and they would do the moves that we would do, the exercise moves that we would do. Me, your Rock, other brothers. This is how it is. I leave Egypt. Some of the people who still follow me on IG, they got a whole pull-up bars, all that, and little beach workout things now, all through Alexandria, Egypt. And they remember me when I come. They thought I was on steroids because I would take 500 pounds and squat it to the floor. I would squat every day. I was reading a book called Squat Every Day. And I would walk away from the squat bar because it didn't have a mirror, and I wanted to squat in front of a mirror. So this guy, I'm not nowhere as strong as that guy y'all see on YouTube right now, but I used to do this already. I used to walk with the weight, squat it, take it back over there, and do that. This is what I used to do, guys. So to me, it's not that deep when I see some of this new stuff. But what I'm telling you is that's faith. It's faith. It's what the Most High can give you when you follow his word. I'm telling y'all. It's your uprightness, your consistency, your diligence. If they about to kill or hurt somebody, if I have a righteous way that I'm walking in the neighborhood, I can say, listen, don't worry about it. They good. Please let them go. It happened every time I was out there. I'm telling you, because I'm good in the neighborhood and they respect me. Now, they didn't see me do my thing too, of course, for a righteous reason, but I also am good in the neighborhood. So when people will go through it, I can say, I am the chief. I'm the shepherd who can say in the neighborhood over the people there. Your Rock was one. I was one. We was in our own areas. And guess what? When you good with these people, you can get a word. You like the OG out there. And you ain't even from there. The Most High can set a table in the presence of your enemies. Through Christ. Through humility. Through being humble. Through being diligent, consistent. Through having faith. We didn't have no money like that. It was the Most High. So I hope tonight you understand you got to put the work in and prove yourself to the Most High. Many are called, but few are chosen. Those who's chosen is the ones who put the work in. So if you hate on them, you finna burn in hell anyway. Anytime you hate on the people who's obviously sent by the Most High, you're done. The Most High had to check Miriam and Aaron like, who the hell y'all think y'all is talking down on Moses? She saved this man's life to save y'all. He was in there 10 years and they didn't even think to feed this dude. Yeah, man. Got to get our mind right. Let's go to James 4:9. Be afflicted and mourn and weep. Let your laughter be turned into mourning and joy into heaviness. But they all on Instagram acting a fool. Laughing, playing around while they hurting people. Talking about the white man, this and that, but you hurting your own people. Humble yourselves in the sight of the Most High, and he shall lift you up. Speak not evil one of another. Before you pray to me for some blessings and ask amiss. He that speak evil of his brother and judge his brother, speak evil of the law. You talking about you a law keeper. This is how you get success in the world. You can't be no hater. I'm talking about on the Most High side. You can be a hater on the devil's side and get blessed from him, but you claim to be of the Most High. Do you want to learn how you get blessed of the Most High? You will not get the blessings if you can't follow James 4, baby. Any blessings you get is of the devil. And judgeth the law. But if thou judge the law, thou art not a doer of the law, but a judge. There is only one judge, don't forget. There is only one lawgiver. Who is able to save and destroy? Who art thou that judges another? The Most High is the judge. I don't walk around judging my people. Now, there's truth that's going to come out for problems that need to be solved or fixed in peace, forgiveness, and moving on, contriteness, humility. Go to now, ye that say today or tomorrow, we will go into such a city and continue there a year and buy and sell and get gain. These are prideful people who think it's all about them and don't have the Most High first in their mind. Whereas ye know not what shall be on the morrow. For what is your life? He's like, you sitting, going out here saying, man, I'm going to do this, do that. I'm going to have this. I'm going to have that. I'm going to have this born with all of this. And you don't know that you're not even promised tomorrow. So you have to understand that you are still on the path of the Most High. And you got to do still when you pray what's according to his will. He may not want you to do certain things for your safeguard or maybe even for purpose. He called Judas Maccabees to free the people at that time. He didn't call Azariah and them. Does that mean Azariah and them was bad? No, they were still a part of the work. But many are called, but few are chosen to do what the Most High wants to do. It's just what it is. We must accept that. Guys, if I was not an elder, I would still do great things. I wouldn't take it less of not being an elder because I already had a faith that the Most High gave me to do whatever I do good. If I'm following the elders, listening, taking notes, and if I'm in my own house and then I come to work with the brothers, I just add whatever they need me to do. I still would be a great brother, like many of you brothers and sisters. Everyone will have to be in a leadership position, chosen to be a leadership position to be considered, successful or do great things. And guess what? Neither do you want to, because you get some type of spotlight and stuff you don't want. People try to hate on you, lie on you, and all these things. Right? James 4 and 14. Whereas ye know not what shall be on tomorrow. For what is your life? It is even a vapor that appeareth for a little time and then vanisheth away. For you ought to say, if the Lord will, we shall live and do this or that. But now ye rejoice in your boastings. All such rejoicing is evil. Therefore, to him that knoweth to do good, and do it not to him is a sin. This is how you get blessings from the Most High, my people. This is how you get blessings from the Most High. The Holy Spirit in Sirach 4, she will take you through proving process. That proving process in Sirach 4, you got to read it. I'm going to give you an example here. For at first she will walk with him by crooked ways and bring fear and dread upon him and torment him with her discipline. The Holy Spirit is not just giving you anything. You must go through a test. You must go through proving with her. She must see in your life you are willing to go through things and not give up. She must see that in your business you are willing to be like a fruit tree. You don't start bearing fruit till 3 to 5 years from the work you put in. She wants to see you water it, dress it, weed it, make sure it's going to be on point. And then she's like, okay, Most High, he or she is staying diligent in what they do, even though they're not doing everything perfect. All right, open the door of bountiful blessings for them. Right? It says, then she will return straightway unto him and comfort him and show him her inner secrets. After you've been proven. The Holy Spirit, just because you got baptized, you don't just get it because you got baptized. What are you going to do like the disciples? What are you willing to go through? And you can't force it. You got to be willing to sit in the back of the class and learn. You can't come and force, man, I do this and I do that. You got to wait. Many are called, but few are chosen. You will be chosen by the leaders when it's time. Don't come and force it. If you force it, it ain't for you. Notice the order that we just read with the Holy Spirit. Trial, fear, proving that you're going to be obedient, discipline, testing, then the secrets, then the blessing. Wisdom of Solomon. I got to run through these now because I get ready to get on my next meeting. Wisdom of Solomon 3, 5, and 6. That's why I'm running through these. And having been a little chastised, they shall be greatly rewarded. For the Most High proved them and found them worthy for himself. Right? So the Most High proved, then rewarded, not the other way around. Abraham was tested. Israel had to be proven. Job was proven. Christ himself learned through suffering. The Most High wants action. Ecclesiastes 9 and 10. Whatsoever thy hand findeth to do, do it with thy might. Whatever the Most High bless you, whatever job you have, whatever house you have, do it the best and represent him. Show him you appreciate it on every level. See, when I worked the job, I didn't go in there complaining. I'm like, I'm finna go in there. I'm finna be the manager. I go in there and boom, 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 boom. And I'm not saying with a cocky attitude. That's my goal, like to try to be something better. If it's not the manager, it's whatever else position. I don't go in there wasting time. And people will tell you, why you working so hard? You gonna make them start looking at it. Listen, dude, you ain't paying my damn bills. Get up out of here, cat. Like, listen, I come here to work. And guess what happened? I became not only the manager of the whole facility every time. That's how every time it happened for me. Every single job. Why? Because Ecclesiastes 9 and 10 says, whatsoever thy hand findeth to do, do it with thy might. Don't do it to compete. Just be the best you can and watch the Most High be like, man, this brother is doing it. Just because you work hard, you will be blessed. Proverbs 21 and 5. The thoughts of the diligent tend only to plenteousness, whatever is fruitful. Don't forget Christ said, how do you glorify the Father? By bringing forth much fruit. Huh? Yeah. Ask. Matthew 7 and 7 says, ask and it shall be given you. You just stop right there. Oh no, don't forget faith without works. That's a precept. Ask and it shall be given you. Seek. That means look for it, study it, find it. Go to YouTube, go to Google, go in a book, go and look for somebody who's doing it. Ask, seek, and ye shall find it. When you seek, it takes work until you find it. If you're looking in the dirt for a worm, do you find a worm automatically? No. You must look and search for the worm to go and catch the fish. All right? You must ask, seek, and knock. Not wish, wait, and receive. The world had been taught to wish, wait, and receive. Even men. Man, I'm hoping this happens. Hope the Most High come through with something. He ain't coming through with nothing, brother or sister. You must work and put forth what he has put in you and go hard at it and make it work. And be patient enough until it pop off. A fruit tree, you can buy the best fruit tree in the world. If you are not patient for the harvest, I don't care what you do. Let me tell you, you bought the fruit tree and you know what I mean? You didn't plant it. You might get a few fruit. Maybe the tree might die. You don't water it. Well, sometimes the trees take off on their own. That's very rare. Very rare. I'm talking about if you plant the fruit tree, water it, do whatever you need to do to get the increase. Yes, you can't just say, man, I bought this fruit tree. I hope it grows. You don't do nothing to it. Stop thinking like that. Stop thinking like that, people, please. Stop having this little, wish, wait, and receive hope mentality. No, you must pray and make it happen. You can't, some things you can't do alone. Some things you need help. Some people had to get a loan to do certain things. Some people had to, whatever. Save the money, whatever it is. You create and the Most High will bless your hands. You build this part of the bridge, he will meet you halfway. Blessing of the Lord, Proverbs 10 and 22. The blessing of the Lord, it make it rich, and he added no sorrow with it. The blessing comes from the Most High, but throughout Proverbs, it consistently comes upon what? Diligence, wisdom, obedience, discipline. Your gut cannot even think right if you're not getting in shape. All of the blessings are in here. The gut-brain connection. Get your mind sober. Sober-minded is not just about drinking. Get your gut from being a glutton. Or you can't even think sober-minded because it's all cloggy and foggy in here. Clogged up. Hormones can't act right. Disease is coming because nothing is metabolizing here. We got to work on the temple first. Clean the temple out. Clean your house. You're going to be able to think better. Spring clean. Spring clean the gut. That's a detox. Also, parasite cleanse from time to time, every 3 to 6 months. Boom. Clarity comes. Stop hanging around the wrong people. They always got you going out, and then you wasting resources. You eat out too much. So now your system will not be sober-minded no more. You want your house. You want your land. You eat out too much. You always going out. All of that money could have been saved for something that can be more fruitful. Right? So that we're gonna leave it with that. You know what I mean? So there's no thing where it says Psalms 90. Let's read this little excerpt out of it because I have to move. And establish thou the work of our hands upon us. Yea, the work of our hands, establish thou it. Okay, so I want you to notice what David prayed for, the work of his hands. Not give me something without effort. You remember the Ephraimites talking about we want more land? They're like, all right, go take down the enemy for it. You're going to have to cut these trees down, Joshua said, and you have to take down the enemy. You sure you want the land? Notice how the Most High didn't just give us nothing. Even when he dropped the manna. He dropped the manna and you had to go and bake the bread with it. You had to. It just fall in our mouth. He did not say, give me something without effort. He said, bless the work of my hands. The world is going to tell you to manifest it. No. You don't even need to use that word. It's faith without works. It's dead. You need faith and works. Work, obey, endure, gain wisdom, and let the Most High establish the work of your hands. That's the lesson tonight. Stay tuned for next week. We're doing the Bible trivia. Couldn't do it tonight because I have a meeting, but I already got it ready to go. We're going to be doing giveaways next week, okay? Every week is a different week, so I'm a man of my word. Next week, we're going to stay focused on that, and I may go into something with the health again, but that'll be short, and we're going straight into the Bible trivia, so get ready. All right. Peace and blessings to everybody. Shalom.
The Bible Academy. You're invited.